Japan's imminent wastewater release from its damaged Fukushima nuclear power plant is already causing a decrease in seafood consumption in neighboring South Korea, sparking concerns by fishermen. Our Moon Hye-ryeon went out for a fact check on seafood safety.
This empty market in Seoul is one of South Korea's biggest fish markets. So why is there nobody around?
The first thing to greet visitors at Noryangjin Fisheries Wholesale Market is a wide array of colorful banners. They read "Our seafood is safe, buy with confidence," and false horror stories about nuclear wastewater are unacceptable. And this is what's keeping the market empty. Widespread concerns over the safety of seafood with the impending release of treated wastewater from Japan's damaged Fukushima nuclear plant. Sales at fishery markets such as this have plummeted, putting the livelihoods of merchants at stake.
Sales have fallen to half the amount they were before, despite media outlets and the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries saying that there are no radioactive substances like cesium in the water.
The few people seen at the market are those that believe the formal reports released by the IAEA last week and the government's endorsement that the treated wastewater meets international standards.
The government says it's safe, so I'll eat it. I'm only going to be buying enough to eat today and store only a little.
Fishermen are also feeling the brunt of the impact. With the South Korean government having no immediate plans to lift import restrictions on food sourced from Fukushima, it's fish caught in neighboring waters that people are avoiding. Boats in harbors are sitting idle as a result.
Us fishermen depend on how much we sell at what price for a living. But prices have fallen to a third of last year's prices.
Unlike the plummeting sales of seafood, sales of sea salt and dried seaweed have jumped in retail stores.
As you can see here, there's a sign explaining the lack of salt on the shelves. This company has seen sales of sea salt up by 150% and sales of dried seaweed up by more than 20% across its stores.
As these items have a longer shelf life, people are buying them to store before the release of the treated wastewater.
It's been almost a fortnight since we last had any coarse sea salt on the shelves. Customers began panic buying before that when they heard the news.
Sea salt is an integral part of South Korean cuisine. Not only is it used in the national dish kimchi, but it's also used in sauces for many dishes.
Soy sauce is also made using salt, so that's becoming more popular these days too. A lot of customers are buying soy sauce now that they think they can't buy it later.
But by this logic, shouldn't consumers be eating as much seafood as they can before the release of the treated wastewater?
Consumption is based on psychology. Consumers often decide to buy things purely based on how they're feeling, and in this case, their concerns are affecting what they buy or don't buy.
This means that easing these concerns should take priority above directly attempting to boost consumption of seafood, such as the government's plans to provide cash vouchers worth around $50.2 million to consumers.
I think these concerns will be eased with transparent, regular, and continuous sharing of accurate information by the government.
With consumers being able to access information freely online, whether it's correct or not, the Korea Consumer Agency warned against fraudulent advertisements after some circulated on the net encouraging consumers to hoard sea salt. Experts at home are eager to clarify such misinformation.
The salt will be no different from the salt produced following the damage of the plant back in 2011, containing minimal traces of cesium, strontium, and plutonium. The tritium that isn't filtered out in treated wastewater evaporates with the water.
As Japan's neighboring country, the release of treated wastewater is an issue which is closer to home for South Korea than other countries. It looks as though only time and transparent information sharing will be able to ease the burden on consumers and fishermen alike. Moon Hye-ryeon, Arirang News.